everyone, I am back again on my YouTube channel, and although it's been about a week since the GT3 pack that was sort of added to Automobilista 2 due to work and everything like that, I've not been able to try out the GT4 pack. Now GT4 is made up of Porsche, Chevrolet and the McLaren. Those are the three cars, and what you're seeing today is a multi-class. So I've whacked in the Ginetta GT4, so that gives us 4 cars to have it out today in a sunny Oulton Park. It's a very quick 5-minute race because, quite honestly, you know, YouTube videos and stuff like that, you know, you only have to watch a couple of laps and then you start to get an idea of what's going on. So we're running it in VR again, Oculus Rift. If you've never seen my videos before, there's nothing special really going on here. This is literally what I pretty much see in my Oculus Rift, although I'd say it's a bit more sharp on the screen than it is on the screen in the Oculus Rift. So we are driving the Porsche Cayman, and that car is available, or has been available previously, in Project Cars 2. It's available in the Zeta Corsa Competizione DLC pack. So we're sort of kind of used to how this car sort of drives. Now, this is on the bog standard setup, and it is a bit of a monster to drive, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bit squirmish, under braking, it's not overly stable. You can see as I brake into that corner, the steering wheel is just sort of moving side to side, but like sort of all these GT4 cars that you've got throughout the games in particular, each car's got its own different way, and you know, some are better in corners, some are better at top speed, some are better at acceleration and everything. This Porsche is actually, I found, better on acceleration, but I just found it a tiny bit unstable on braking. You see with the Ginettas that we're coming up to, we're gaining quite nicely on them. Unfortunately, Oulton Park isn't exactly the best place for overtaking in the world. There's a few corners, but otherwise, in this case, you're sort of really stuck behind, which, yeah, isn't great. So, so it is a very different to drive compared with other games, but it doesn't make it any worse. It's certainly a lot more challenging, and you know, you feel a bit more of a racer when you can see your steering wheels just moving about a lot, because you're just sort of kind of fighting with the car a bit, really, and that's sort of the main thing with this car, is that you're kind of fighting it a lot of the time. I haven't tried out the McLaren yet, and the Camaro, they don't really interest me too much. I quite like the Porsche. On the bottom left hand side of the screen, you'll also note that the car moves around quite a bit on the suspension, whilst in real life they don't move around that much. They're quite planted. I've noticed that as well. So we've come through Hislop, so we're now going to go run up the hill, and again you can see the Ginettas kind of getting in our way. You also notice as well, I think, with the build at the moment, is the AI are still, just like the GT3s, they are still a bit all over the place. They don't pass each other too much, and you see, look, we're nearly going to go 3 abreast into there. There's a lot of moving around by those two Ginettas. They're sort of fighting it out. That's good, nice to see. But actually, there's not really too much consistency in how they drive. They look very loose. You can just see that they're sort of very unstable through some of the corners. And so I think that maybe the AI's got certainly a bit to work on for the game. Again, it makes sort of driving and makes these sort of races quite exciting, because like you're looking ahead and you're seeing what's going on. But unfortunately, they don't really make a massive amount of mistakes, and it certainly means passing's probably actually a bit more difficult, because they tend to just kind of get in your way a bit. We're about to pass the Ginetta there, the yellow one, so it looks like we're getting through. Oh, the other Ginetta there clouts the curb, and we're through. So yeah, but overall these GT3s are pretty these GT4s are pretty nice, and around Oulton Park it's quite exciting, it's very close, and it would be nice to add another couple of these. Whether or not we'll see any, who knows, but certainly it's a very good addition to the game, and it's free, so all the better. So last couple of corners now, through Lodge Corner, up through Deer Leap, and that is the end of this race. Thank you for watching, and see you soon.